My parents really want me to go to the university, so I did some audition이라고 해야 될까요? audition 맞나요? I just sang like whatever I want in the way I did usually. So all failed, everything failed. So
look at you now.
I'm nothing actually.
Oh,
yeah, I'm just music nerd.
Yes, music nerd. That is the best title.
I think it's really nice to be music nerd.
Yes.
Hi, my name is Houdini, and I'm the producer.
When you first got into music, how old were you, and did you start by playing any instruments?
I started music about maybe 15 years old. When I was 15 years old, I started with the guitar. And after that, I want to play some piano, and I did learn piano by myself. And I was in India, like when I was 15, so I went to Korea and I started my dream. Some agency sent mail to my father and they want me to cast me for some group. I don't know the name because they disappeared anyway, but I always wanted to I always wanted to play in band. I always wanted to be a rocker, that rocker like, So I went to Korea and I went straight to Hongdae and I started a band.
So you played in a band for 5 years, and then at some point you developed a relationship with Cube and started producing for I-DLE.
Yeah, because 2018, Cube from the development departure in Cube, they called me and this is are you Houdini? So we heard your music from SoundCloud, and then can you do lesson for the trainees? Yeah. So I said, wow, I would do that. So I went to a meeting and the first time I went there and I met Minnie. First, as I remember, Minnie and then Soyeon. I took a lesson for only once or twice. I don't really remember. And then they got debut.
Wow.
So I felt maybe this is the end of our relationship, I thought. After they debut, after a month, Minnie called me. She wanted to learn music. That's where I start my career, I should say. After a year, maybe Soyeon이 called me. I want to do some music with you. And that's how we made the Pretty Straight and 주세요, Give Me Yours. That's how I started my career.
Houdini as I-DLE composer debuted with a bang, because Give Me Your and Put It Straight are fantastic songs.
Thank you.
Well, speaking of creating music with I-DLE members, the Twitter user IlonoD asks, do you primarily focus on the chord arrangement while the I-DLE members focus on the melody, and then you work together to improve on both afterwards, or is it different every time?
Usually I'm asking some questions like, what do you want to express, or what do you want this song to be? And then some people has particular pictures about their songs. Like Soyeon이, example, she has a really particular picture of what a song should be. She has stuff like that. And then Minnie is a little bit different. We talk a lot each other, and then how she's feeling nowadays and what she wants to express. If she's sad, then we make some sad chord progression and we develop from there. And then because we have a lot of stories to tell, so actually everything is progressing at the same time, with the arrangement and the chord progression and the lyrics and the melodies. After that, just some sound production goes to the last part of my music production, I guess.
Ooh, I do have more questions about that when it comes to Give Me Your and I'm the Trend, but for the time being, Shining I-DLE from Twitter wonders, were there any unique challenges or memorable moments while producing along with I-DLE members?
Most song that already released is made in 2019, I guess. As I remember, 2019 or 2020.
Even Sculpture?
Yeah, Living sculpture.
Wow.
Maybe 2020 or 2019. I don't really exactly remember. But the time was the period was like kind of hard time for me, and also hard time for the Minnie and the Oogie for like their personal, like, I don't know, like I can't really say, but happening. So we were really close at the time. So we met each other all the time, and we 위로가 뭐죠? Like, man, you can do this. 오빠, it's gonna be okay. And I say, Minnie, it's gonna be okay. 우기야, 괜찮을 거야. You're gonna be great. I promise. And then we're really close at the moment. So every moment that I made the song with Oogie or Minnie or Soyeon, the moment was really special for me because I always love to make something with other people with their precious time. I think when we producing the I'm the Trend with the Oogie and the Minnie, I finished the basic tracks with Yuto, and I met Minnie and Oogie, and we were writing the melodies and the lyrics, and then it was super fun because like Oogie is really fun, and the Minnie also super fun when she's with like friends. I think that moment was really memorable.
From Twitter, Red Idol wonders, each member of Idol have a very distinctive vocal color. How does that affect when producing a song?
According to their vocal color, 각자 좋아하는 장르가 달라서 추구하는 바가 다 달라요. Now it could be different, but at that time, Oogie wants to write like disco music, really bit retro and the disco music she wants to make. But now she's like making she wants to make a folk song, as I know. She used to make the disco music with me a lot. So she has a thick voice, right? So it has a feeling like little bit like Dua Lipa. So I said, 너 디스코 진짜 잘 어울릴 것 같다고 because you have a thick voice. Minnie loves like some, how do we say, emotional song. She got the style, you know. She has the style of a emotional chord progression. Yeah, she has a style like Yerin. Minnie is really good at writing the melodies and the understanding of the song, and then she's really good at writing the lyric also, like super talented, I guess. So Minnie has a soft song. Minnie used to make a soft song. Yeah, and then I made a few songs with Soyeon, another like totally different style of her. I think the 지금 여자아이들 version is just Soyeon, I think. But Soyeon is also like the indie pop, I guess.
Oh,
Yeah, like British indie pop. Feels like she loves those kind of vibes. The song that she makes for now is for I-DLE, I think. Everybody has their own character, so it was really, I don't really do special thing for the vocal colors because they has like so different colors each other. So I make just different musics for them. That's how I produce the song. Yeah.
Ah, so you produce music for their taste.
Yeah. Their taste.
Yeah, the track that they want to sing over rather than, oh, let me make sure when we're writing this song for the full group, make sure that this section supports your specific texture of what it's more like, okay, what do you like? What sounds do you like?
Yeah. I really follow their taste because that's what producer has to do, I think, and then make the taste more great. That's what producers do, I think.
The taste.
Yeah, elevate the taste. Yeah, that's the exact 표현. Yes.
Now I'd like to move on to talking about your creative process for specific songs that you've produced for I-DLE. And I thought it would be fun to go through them in chronological order from dates released. So first up, Give Me Your. So this was during your first writing session with Soyeon?
Yeah, I made the song Give Me Yours because she wants to make a song like jazzy and in jazzy, but in the club. So, yeah, but in the live club. I imagine myself that like some girl in the red dress comes to the live bar and then sing some kind of beautiful melodies. I send her 2 piano riffs because I want her to choose like one of these melodies, and then she choose the dun 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 dun. 오빠 이거 너무 좋은 것 같아요. She wants these songs to be like confession song for like some lovers. If any lover has 뭐라 해야 되지? 연인한테 선물해줄 수 있는 그런 노래. She wants to make those kind of songs. So okay, then I think this song should be sweet and but a little bit moody because she wants to make it more serious. She wants some mood in the song. So that's how I arrange it.
Wow. And I love all the different textures and instruments in this song. I'm guessing, like you said, this is supposed to be in like a bar or a club. So is that why you chose to feature kabasa and like the specific instrumentation that this song has?
Yeah, because it gives a vibe that like more live sound because that this percussion gives more. I imagine like some guy shaking the like this percussions and then the girl who sing the song is like in the red dress and there's some guys playing the piano in the club. That we made this whole stage in our imagination. In musically, I think the percussion is really important part in frequencies. As a texture, it must be in most of songs that I made because a lot of reasons to explain, but I can't really explain in English.
If you would like, you can explain in Korean and then my translator can just translate it for the video.
네, 뭐 퍼커션이 되게 중요한 역할을 많이 하는 게 음악에서 텍스처라는 얘기를 하잖아요. 그래서 그 텍스처를 잡아주는 데 있어서 퍼커션만큼 이 모든 프리퀀시를 적당하게 다 적절히 채워주면서 해주는 악기가 많이 없다고 생각해요. 그래서 퍼커션을 잘 쓰고 이게 에센셜한 악기들을 잘 써서 사운드를 잘 만드는 거라서 만드는 게 중요하다고 생각해서 퍼커션이 되게 중요하다고 생각합니다. 예.
Well, speaking of actually not having a ton of percussion, we're moving on to Put It Straight, which is my favorite idol song of all time.
Oh, really?
I think this is
That's
one
amazing.
of the best Korean ballads to be written because it's so colorful and it creates such a unique vibe and story. So I am curious how this song was born. Did you have a specific melody, story, or concept in mind before you wrote the chords?
First time I went to the studio, the Soyeon이 already had a chord progression, and I thought, wow, this chord progression is so fun, and we can make this like dark fantasy song. But another version of Pretty Straight, the Nightmare version.
Nightmare?
Yeah, that was like Soyeon's first idea of the song. Yeah, she wants to make this song more like dark. 이게 표현하는 게 맞는데 she wants to make it more evil. But like we make some agreements that this is an album, so maybe we should make it more dark, but not that dark. I'm a little bit specialized in making dark music. If you know the song called Pixie, Natural. I said, Soyeon이, I'm really good at making dark music, so just trust me on this. There's a producer called Frank Duke.
Oh.
He usually works with The Weeknd and the Post Malone, and then he has a like ambience, dark vibe, but nice beat. I really respect that guy. I had my mind that I should make this song like Frank Duke. I put it like many ambience guitar sound, and then there's a effects called like glasses cracking sound, and then there's a like dark like hit in the song, like to make it more serious about how this character is feeling. I was imagining myself that the character of this song must be very hard because she wants to break everything because the guy wants to break up with that girl, right? So she turns into like more.
She starts having like darker thoughts. She starts becoming angrier.
Yeah. So like songs getting like more 뭐라 되지? more ambient after like end of the song. It's getting more darker and darker and more sounds coming up because little by little she's turning into dark.
She's going crazy.
Yeah, that's what I want to express, but not that crazy because she still want that guy come back.
Oh, so she becomes very desperate.
Yeah, she's so desperate.
But then in the Nightmare version, she just loses it.
That's right. That's what happens.
Okay.
This is a fun behind story of the pretty straight.
Very fun. As the story developed, did you try to emphasize any lyrics with what we call text painting in the production? For example, I think there's a usage of clock ticking.
Yeah. Because like, you know, like the character is asking the guy just say, just pretty straight that you don't like me. Just pretty straight, break up with me. And so it's the little moment, I think, this short moment of this character. So the clock ticking was really making nervous about what's going on next, right? And I always love to put the clock in the song because it's about time, right? So it has a really different meanings, I think.
Moving on to I'm the Trend. Initially, when you were first writing this with Oogie and Minnie, did you guys have the idea that this is going to be a special single for fans?
No, I was expecting this. expecting이라 이럴 때 쓰는 게 맞나? I thought that this song going to be in the just 수록곡 in the album, not title. Me and Yuto was like working on some songs, and Yuto was making some unique sound song, and then he had that riff tang 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 tang. I heard that song and hey, we can make this Latina dance song, a little bit Latin dance song. Yuto was like sketched the only one verse, and I developed that sketch, and I bring this track to Minnie first. Like, let's 작업하자 이거. And then she said, oh, maybe we can join the Oogie. And then we make this song super fun. Lyrically, I want this song to be cute, but like mean girl. You know?
Yeah. Sassy.
Sassy, yeah. Sassy girl. The verse is like, I don't need a perfume 향수 뿌리지 않아도. So I said, this verse is really fun. So I wrote the first, the I don't need a perfume 향수 뿌리지 않아도. I think I wrote that verse because hey, let's make song into this theme. And then we're gonna make a sassy song. So we just sit there and then we throw up some ideas, like, and then somebody said that I don't really remember Minnie or Oogie said that, but somebody said like, maybe let's do this. I'm the Trend. So I said that's really nice idea. That's gonna be trend. You guys are gonna be trend. So let's make this song, and then I'm the Trend, and then that's how we just build up the song. And then primarily the Minnie wrote a lot of melodies in there, and then she is really good at making the catchy chorus. She's really good at making catchy chorus. So I asked Minnie can you make this chorus, because you know how to make it catchy. So I think she made the melody that I'm the train, yeah, that's how the song has born.
It is so fun, and some fans are wondering if there's any chance that we're going to be getting an updated version of I'm the Trend with their more recent song title names.
Oh yeah, the song title. Yeah, there was a highlight. Yeah,
I'm gonna blow your mind, da 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 la da da. Right, are we gonna get an updated version?
If we have a chance with Minnie and the Oogie again, then I would like to make a updated version of I'm the Trend version 2, or I think we should change the title. I think I'm the Trend. I think they're more trend than now, so I'm the Queen Trend or something.
Yeah. Instead of Queen Card, it's Queen Trend.
Yeah, something like that. We should change the song title and then make it version 2.
Yeah. Moving on to Moon. IC97 says that they have been obsessed with Moon from practically the moment they heard the first note. They say, mind sharing any stories about how you and Minnie made such a masterpiece?
Actually, that's my favorite song in my work. In I-DLE so far. And then I had a really hard time making this song because I arranged the song like 3 times, like flipped it 3 times. Yeah, because first it was like I want this song to sound like Jad, but slowly building up this song, I thought, hey, this song should be more oriental, bass, retro, stuff like that, you know. So let's give a power to the bass line. So I asked my friends to play the bass, and then he made the like really cool bass line, and then the time only we had only chord progressions and the forms. Minnie just guided the song like within like 15 minutes, I don't know, like 20 minutes. She just made she reading something, and then I was really shocked because she made this catchy hook and the catchy chorus so fast. So hey, I think you're genius, Minnie. Also, like we worked together. So Soyeon이 with the lyrics, and then I just arranged it again, like a little bit more danceable. But I think I could make that song more perfect, but I was missed out some point in that song, which is only music nerd will know. But yeah, it's a little bit 아쉬워요. 아쉽다가 뭐죠? 개인적으로 너무 아쉬운 노래예요. Yeah, it's shame that I couldn't make it better.
It's your favorite that you've ever made for Idol, but you are a perfectionist. So you listen back and you're like, oh, I could have done this, and that would have made it perfect.
I could have done better now. If anyone gives me a second chance, then I can.
Oh, Houdini remix.
Oh, yeah, Houdini remix.
Yeah, the 2024 version.
Maybe I should call the Cube and can I do the remix?
Yeah, hey Cube!
Yeah.
Remix please. But for how the song is, I do think it's extremely strong in many different ways, and especially with how it builds throughout, how the different, I feel like, organ textures or just keyboard, right, sounds that you use, which makes me wonder what kind of production or arrangement choices do you feel are important to make or add to tracks to keep a listener engaged?
일단 음악을 만들 때는 그 여러 가지 이 알고리즘이라는 게 있는데, 모든 이제 트랙에서 그 하나의 알고리즘들이 다 상호작용을 해야 돼요. 그래서 그 상호작용하는 그 알고리즘에서도 더 채우고 싶거나 부족하거나 그런 부분들이 보일 때 이제 악기를 선택하는 게 되게 중요하죠. 그때 악기를 선택할 때 이제 프리퀀시를 잘 보고, 프리퀀시마다 악기마다 프리퀀시가 다르니까 거기 필요한 프리퀀시를 잘 채워 넣는 거죠. So in the Moon case, I wanted this sound to be full, you know, like full frequency, because it's a super highlighted part, you know, and especially in the third chorus. While we were recording this song Moon, I thought myself that, oh, maybe we need to put organ here, because if organ's in it, then it's gonna be super cool, like and there's a kind of like Stevie Wonder vibe. No, there's a Stevie Wonder vibe organs here. Yeah, that's how I built that song.
For you, Houdini, like, what is your sound? Do you feel like you have a signature Houdini producer sound?
Think that nobody has a same fingerprint, right? I think nobody has the same vibes in the world. So everyone has a own characteristic, and everyone has their own vibes, right? Because I have a really 좀 dark vibes in my songs. I think some people know, you know, when I was in the band, sometimes they DM me for, oh, I knew that this song was made by you. Really? I was really surprised when I hear this kind of message, because I just make my song. I don't know. I don't have particular rules or like no particular sounds. I always try different sounds every time I make a music because I love challenge, and I'm really grateful about it. Yeah.
Where can fans follow you, and what projects would you like to talk about?
A few days ago, I released a song called Peach Face. It's like, you know, like when lovers start to love, like their face becomes like peach, you know, like because they love each other. I made this song in the very midst of very dark vibes in my moment, I guess. I made this song like easily. I love this catchy, you know, love the song, the vibes. That's why it's like a gift for me, just a certain gift for me. So I thought that maybe I should release this song. So I released that new song called Peach Face. Maybe everybody should check in Spotify or Apple Music, whatever. Yeah, please check out. 네, 그리고 I'm on a project about making the EP, my albums. It's gonna be released maybe July, I guess. I'm working on it. Yeah, so I hope you guys can follow on my Instagram and follow up my work process, and a lot of fun things going on in my life now. So I hope you guys expect.
Yay! Yay! I'm so happy to hear that.
Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah, sorry for my pure English.
Do not beat yourself up over your English. You shared so many interesting stories, and I'm sure Neverland were just on the edge of their seat for every second of this interview, waiting to learn more about your experiences as a producer and writing such amazing songs.
It's been really honor for me here, and I had really fun,
Yay! I'm so glad. Well, we'll have to catch up again in the future. And in the meantime, yeah, I hope you continue to have very fun and bright life. No dark times.
Thank you.